Welcome to the EarlyON. My name's Kathy, and I'm a resource consultant for Lansdowne Children's Center. Today I'm going to talk about scissor skills and cutting. We usually think of working on scissor skills and cutting just before our children are ready to enter big school. But there's more to teaching scissor skills than handing your child a pair of scissors and paper. Scissors are a fine motor skill. Fine motor skills are the ability to manipulate and control tools like utensils, pencils, crayons, and scissors. Fine motor skills are important because it builds muscles in the palm and hand. It enhances their hand-eye coordination using both sides of their body at the same time and prepares them for handwriting. Before they even pick up a pair of scissors, they can work on strengthening their little muscles in their hands and fingers. Learning the grasp-release motion is an important pre-cutting skill for children, and there's lots of fun activities you can provide in order to help build this skill. Buy a spray bottle. Let them help water plants outside or use the spray bottle in the bathtub. Squeezing and releasing the trigger helps your child get the idea of the repetitive grasp-release motion in their whole hand. Make a game of putting clothespins on an egg carton or a piece of cardboard. The opening, closing of the clothes pegs helps them feel the squeeze and release motion. Let them use hole punches, eyedroppers, or knead Play-Doh. Fill a bin with cotton balls or pom-poms. Let them use tweezers or tongs to transfer the items to another bin. Scissor skills are developmental and typically follow a sequence. When you follow the developmental sequence of scissor cutting skills, your child will be much more successful in cutting. The developmental sequence of cutting skills starts with ripping. Start with strips of thin paper, then move on to larger, thicker pieces of paper. Children will use their thumb, index, and middle finger to rip the paper. This helps their bilateral coordination, which is when hands move in opposite directions. Introduce scissors by using age-appropriate blunt children's safety scissors. If your child is showing left-handed dominance, you will want to provide a left-handed pair of scissors. Encourage the correct grip from the very beginning. There are different kinds of scissors. There are scissors that have a round hole at the top and an oval hole at the bottom. There are scissors like this that have two oval holes, and there's scissors that have two round holes. When you're holding the scissors with the two round holes, your thumb goes in one hole, your finger in the other, and your index finger on the outside for stability. With the two oval holes, or the round hole and the oval hole, your thumb goes in the top, or the round hole, and your middle and index finger go in the bottom. Demonstrate how, using your thumb, index, and middle finger, how to open and close the scissors. Children will try to cut by turning the scissors. It's hard to keep their thumb up. To help your child understand how to hold scissors, here's some ideas. Put a smiley face or a sticker on their fingernail and tell them that they should always be able to see the sticker. Or remind them when cutting, keep your thumb to the sky. Another way is to put eyes on the top of the scissors, which will always remind them to keep the eyes up. Teach them scissor safety. Rules like never run with scissors, or scissors are a tool, not a toy. And let them know what they can and can't cut. Paper is for cutting. Hair and clothing are not for cutting. Show them how to properly hold the scissors when walking. Pointed down, wrapping your hands around them, and carrying them at your side. There are a variety of adaptive scissors available, such as tabletop spring scissors, loop scissors, and dual control scissors with designs specifically meant to help those who struggle with fine motor skills or hand mobility. Snipping with scissors comes after ripping. Snipping is the act of opening and closing the scissors only once to have success. Snipping helps build muscles necessary to cut longer lines later, so their little hands don't become tired. Some fun activities include rolling Play-Doh snakes and snipping them with scissors into pieces. Cut strips of construction paper and have the children snip pieces off. Use toilet tubes and let them snip at the openings. You can use foam, sheets, straws, grocery ads, old greeting cards, and old magazines. The thicker the paper, the more resistance and stability. That helps the beginner hold the paper and maneuver the scissors. Fringe is the next step. Provide activities such as a paper with 2-inch lines and have the children cut the line and stop at the picture or the sticker. Once they have mastered ripping, snipping, and fringe, it's time to move on to straight lines. Straight lines require the child to open and close the scissors multiple times per cut, which is more difficult than snipping. They use the open, slide, shut motion when cutting. Their little hands may get tired, but will improve as they develop their fine motor skills. Do not rush to get to the next stage until they have mastered straight lines. Zigzags are a more difficult stage because it requires the child to turn the paper and their hand as they cut. This is much more advanced cutting skill. Curved lines and right angles are the last 2 stages. Your child will have to have developed their fine motor skills and muscles in their hands to be successful. Right angles require your child to turn the paper while cutting. It will take lots of practice before your child will master cutting curves and right angles. Children generally start developing their scissor skills between 2 to 3 years, but scissor skills are not fully developed until the age of 6. In closing, I'd like to share a scissor song by Tanya Smith that I found on the internet. It's sung to the tune of Twinkle Twinkle, or you can just use it as a chant. It goes like this. Open, shut, that's the way we cut, cut, cut. Fingers on the bottom, thumb on top. Do not let the paper drop. Open, shut, that's the way we cut, cut, cut. Thank you for joining our EarlyON parent session today.
A resource consultant from the Early Integration Program is available to talk to you should you want more information, support, or to discuss any concerns or questions you may have. Please contact us by email at eip@lansdowncc.com or by phone at 519-753-3153. Ask reception if you can speak to a resource consultant.